us watching a music video in silence.
Not much silence.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do.
I like the dragging the dead body.
I think that's a fun music video. It's like All You Need Is Now.
Except you don't need it.
Just the same filter.
Where's his shoes?
Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Well, at least she's saying goodbye. My mic on? Yeah.
Is it blue?
Yeah. Dude. Oh, Miss Carpenter's here.
Yay!
How are we doing?
We're doing so well. I want to scream.
I just took a 3-hour nap.
Man, you are something.
At least I won't be low energy for today's video.
About time.
Thanks. Thanks. Oh, you don't need new refreshers today?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I did a little homework.
Miss Carpenter, how are you doing? We saw you were on the Beat After Beat show yesterday.
Yeah, I dipped in again at bedtime.
How did it go? You were still up?
He was really beat. The beat after beat was beat.
Miss Carpenter says I did a power nap.
I tried everything to keep him going. He finally gave in.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of harassment.
Miss Carpenter's doing good.
Good.
It is good.
Not sick?
Hope you don't mind. We're gonna munch on some pretzels while talking about this one.
Yeah, and this music sort of feels like pretzel music. I bet that's great in that microphone.
Hey, some people like that. There are videos online where people put up a mic up to their mouth and then just eat random food.
I'm not going to watch that one.
I don't like them. I think it's nasty.
It's more obnoxious.
Beat was
eating.
tipsy.
Although he claimed to only have 3 drinks.
No, he was sipping brewskis for a while.
He said 3.
300?
Knock, knock, knock.
Knock, 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 knock. So how's it going?
Well, it's pretty exciting that you did your homework. That's nice. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I really blew it.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You should always go to the playlist.
I saw the show yesterday. Oh, our show yesterday?
Oh,
Miss
thank you.
Carpenter? Did you like it? We were pretty...
Yeah, we're pretty lethargic.
But we had some interesting thoughts to share.
Well, we always have interesting thoughts.
And I think it's time for another pretzel.
Well, at least it stopped raining.
I appreciate that.
Although it looks gloomy.
Hey, watch live now, Thomas Merriman, Laser Brains.
About time.
Miss Carpenter did like it. I like them apples. It's no Duran Duran, but it'll do.
Some of it is top tier.
Yeah, this is more music that I'm into.
For a debut album, they did some nice work here.
I think so.
And then you've got version 2.0 that's got some real bangers on that one.
Miss Carpenter says, yeah, it stopped raining.
And then during that period, they got the next James Bond theme.
Ooh.
So we'll be listening to that next week. It's
Exciting.
on the homework already.
Yeah, have you already made a playlist?
Mm-hmm. It's already up.
And did you post it to your page?
See.
Then I will listen to it.
Delicious.
I'll hook it up to my speaker and we'll have a garbage party.
Garbage Day.
Garbage Day. I want to see that again. That was good.
And then the next album, there's some really good stuff on that one.
Well, don't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil anything.
Feeling spoiled.
But I hope you do your homework on that one.
I hope so too.
There are probably 5 or 6 soul touchers on that record.
Oh, I don't like soul touchers.
There's something wrong with you. There she goes.
Problem is now pretzels seem delicious now that the camera's on.
Why don't you give your top 5 pretzels before we start?
Roll Gold. At Sam's Club, they have a pretzel that they put like pizza sauce and cheese on. That's pretty good.
From the snack bar? Yeah, those
It,
big giant
it's
ones.
a pizza pretzel.
Do you never like those big giant ones? They
I'm
don't
not.
taste like pretzels.
I'm not a huge fan, but it tastes like a different kind of pizza. So if I'm willing to spice it up,
All right.
that's number 2.
You remember they were fooling around with putting pretzels and everything
You
about
know,
10 years ago. Pretzel buns.
you know what's really good?
What?
At Sonic right now, they got a $2 menu, and they have it's like a stick of pretzel, and they give you cheese sauce to dip it in, and it is so good. I had it fresh from Sonic yesterday, and it was so good.
Each his own, I guess.
Pizza pretzel. Yeah, Miss Carpenter knows what's up.
So you mean to tell me you were at Sonic twice yesterday?
I went for ice cream last night, and then in the morning I had food. It's 2 different things.
You're going to turn into a Sonic.
Listen, man, it was pouring rain, and it's right up the street. What am I going to do?
Hmm?
I'm not driving to T-Bell for a subpar burrito in the rain.
I'm only happy when it rains.
Miss Carpenter loves Sonic.
Everybody here in Arkansas loves Sonic. That's why there's one on every street.
Yep.
We are blessed to have one. You could probably walk there.
Dude, the one by my place, even closer than that.
Think so?
I think so.
Because if we just walk right out here, it'll put us right at the Sonic.
I'm just letting you know. I bet mine's shorter. Let's do a time.
Let's do that. Instead of doing this part 2,
Mm-hmm.
let's grab the camera and walk to Sonic.
And then we'll time it. And then when I'm in Conway tomorrow, I'll walk to that Sonic.
Yeah.
And then we'll see.
You know what? Let's just get back to the garbage.
Yeah, I had to get up for that.
I think it's time to start, huh? Hello, Laser Brain.
Hello, Laser Brain.
Well, that's fantastic. The way they've written this on here, I can't read it.
You want me to?
Eek.
Here, let's show off our thing again, since this is a part 2.
I guess I have
Sonic
notes,
Ice is good. Yeah, they got that nugget ice.
Yeah, they do.
That's
but
the good
the
stuff.
problem is their drinks are...
Well, it depends. If you go to a good Sonic, it's outstanding. If you go to a bad Sonic, it sucks. Woo.
Yeah, when they lost their will to live.
Subhuman.
So Subhuman.
I got some notes.
So hit us with your notes on Subhuman.
It makes me think of the Danny Phantom theme song.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard
Is that like a friend you have, or?
No, it was I think it was a Nickelodeon show.
Uh-huh.
And it's about ghosts and stuff, so there's a lot of synths and
Ooh.
weird stuff. And I said digging it. So, but
Well,
I'm saying that's what it reminded me of.
Fun, I like it, is what I have.
Yeah, it's fun. That's exactly how I felt.
Subhuman.
Subhuman. I gotta be honest, here's a little tip. There's some doozies in the B-sides.
Oh, you like them,
At
huh?
least in my doozies.
Oh, doozy means shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that.
No, a doozy could be good.
No, it's not.
Could be.
Use it in a context where it's good.
What was the word again?
Doozy.
Boy, that doobie was a doozy.
Usually that means bad, though. It sounds like it bad.
Oh, no, I got smoked out.
Okay.
Get it?
Yeah, I get
Aren't you
it.
glad you asked?
Yeah. You just made my point better than yours.
All right, I'll write that down, try to figure out what that meant.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Girl, don't come.
Okay, what did you think of that?
Once again, I like the layering voices. You think the chorus is going to be killer, but it's pretty underwhelming. There's a great build-up, and then the chorus is okay. That's how I felt.
Well,
How
I've
did
written
you
down
feel?
average.
Dude, sounds like we're on the same page with these B-sides.
Yeah, it never, I mean, these are B-sides, so they don't have to
Yeah.
rise, and Girl Don't Come does not rise.
Like I said, there was something there. It was gonna be good.
Miss Carpenter, do you happen to listen to these?
Yeah, Miss Carpenter, do you listen to Garbage at all?
Ba 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 ba.
How?
Well, she's considering that. The next one is Sleep. What did you think of Sleep?
No,
Really? Too slow?
that's my only note I wrote.
So I've got this with
Oh,
an.
Miss Carpenter listened last night.
All right.
Oh, fresh in your
You
brain.
got through all of those?
Yeah, Miss
That was a
Carpenter.
shit ton of music.
Why not? Stick it on, cook dinner or something? I don't know.
So I've got Sleep, and then I've got Yes with 2 exclamation points and a star.
Are you kidding me?
This one's right up my alley.
Miss Carpenter says yes in all caps. I don't know if it's to this song or the fact that she listened to all the music.
I think it's she listened to all the music.
Mm-hmm.
I like Sleep. I like the piano and the sort of whole vibe of that.
I said no.
Well,
Period.
Well,
What about driving lesson? Tell me.
well, I've written down here. I like it because it's cheesy. What do you have?
Miss Carpenter liked the album.
Yeah, it's good
Just so you
for a
know.
debut. I think it's pretty good. You haven't heard nothing yet.
We're gonna get to some real garbage.
Because next week's, they get even better at what they're doing. And then the one after that,
I know we used to play some of these songs on Rock Band. This
Well-
is rock.
and the one, the album next week,
Mm-hmm.
Sony put one of those songs in their video game Gran Turismo.
Ooh.
And then it really went nuts. And that's, next week is their apex.
Okay.
That's where I'm not talking about quality, I'm talking about what they
Most
sold.
popular?
And yeah.
Okay.
Next week they have some really popular stuff, but what really helped them was that was in that video game.
Yeah.
They even admit that.
I know Gran Turismo is a big deal. Remember we saw them advertising for that in that one show?
Yeah. And then
Pretty
you get to
good.
listen to music. See, that's what I tell you. The best way to listen to music is playing a video game.
Yeah, but I mean,
And that proves it.
what are you gonna do?
You got it's a pretty good song, but
Mhm.
the amount of records that they sold off of that had to have been influenced by that PS5 because everybody had that
Probably.
game.
Yeah, Miss Carpenter says, "Oh wow, yeah."
Yeah, and that was on. Well, that couldn't even have been PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 came out in 2000 or 2001.
You
and
have to
this is
point out which
98.
song they put on the game.
I'll give it away.
No, we gotta keep us saving it for next week.
All right.
Sorry, I mean you don't know how to do a show.
Well, I do, but I mean, I could tease it.
People can look it up in 2 seconds. I didn't know about them in '85. That's what Miss Carpenter says.
85?
Or is it 95?
95.
95.
Yeah, no, that girl was around, and those guys were around in different pieces in the 80s.
Yeah, they didn't come together till 95.
She was in Scotland trying to scrape up some dollars.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember the name of that band. Mr. Cleo's Papers or Letters or something.
You didn't look into it?
Nah, I don't care.
Okay.
Yep.
Driving lessons. I said, no, not really for me. Whisper singing kind of cool, but no.
You
That's
didn't even
another-
like it in a cheesy way?
Not really.
Okay.
I didn't love it. It's not for me.
Okay, what about Tripping Wire?
Tripping Wire. Okay, the guitar in this is way better.
Uh-huh.
Not the best B-side, but way better than the last 2 songs, in my opinion.
Better than Sleep?
I didn't like Sleep, remember?
I'd give that one another listen.
No.
All right.
Listen, just because I like to sleep doesn't mean I have to like it.
It should be right up your alley.
Internet said 85. Okay, 95, that sounds better.
Yeah, 85 is the internet's wrong.
Yeah, I think they were just talking about her in general, maybe.
Because I know this takes place post Nirvana Nevermind.
Oh,
And I think her audition was in 95. Pretty sure. Somewhere around there. 80s, no way. It's all of this music has a lot to do with the grunge movement. So there wasn't any grunge in the 80s. I've got a little good, but undercooked. Like they could have worked at it a little bit harder, but that's really what B-sides are for, right? You throw on there what you have, not what you wanted.
yeah. I mean, my thing kind of aligns to that. We're both kind of, it's average. Maybe a little bit above average, maybe, perhaps.
A little,
Maybe.
but undercooked. That's how it goes,
My
right?
favorite is our buddy was like, "Did you like the album?" I'm like, "You gotta watch the show." And she's like,
Ooh.
"Oh,
Nobody. Yeah, it's very hard to get people to watch the show,
yeah," which is a shame
which I
because
don't blame them.
we're great.
All right, so number one crush, the song that's so good, Romeo and Juliet had to take it and put it in their movie.
Hmm.
What did you think of number one crush?
Oh, I know this! Exclamation mark. It sounded familiar
Oh,
once
you
I
know
heard
this
it.
tune.
Drums very pronounced. I like the slower groove on this one.
Hmm.
Like the background choice thingy. What do we think that means?
Background choice, like the strings or something.
Maybe.
Oh, that.
Oh,
Ah.
I bet that's background voice and it auto corrected the background voice thingy. So there
Yeah,
you
it's
go.
pretty good.
So I did recognize this song once I listened to it, and I liked it a lot.
What did you think of those lyrics?
I wasn't really paying attention to that. I'm
Why do
super.
you not listen to the lyrics?
It's fine.
It adds so much more dimension to the song. That chick is having some kind of stalking incident.
You know, I can like sit there and like study. the
Boil your
lyrics.
rabbit.
Yeah, I'm always boiling my rabbit.
All right, so the problem is I can't read the first word I wrote here,
Mm-hmm.
but I've got is good.
Okay,
I really like this tune.
it's good.
Yeah. I don't know what I said first of all, but what do you think that says?
Number one crush.
Well, yeah, I read that.
Oreo orange
Maybe
mix.
I was hungry.
Oh,
Oh, maybe I was complaining because the version of Number One Crush on there is not my favorite. 'Cause it was sort of a
Origajo
mix.
mix is good.
Yeah, I don't like it as much as the single version.
I actually did listen to the Origajo mix.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This Carpenter says it was good. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good tune.
good tune. I can see why they put it in their movie.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's a bit haunting, and
I like to be haunted.
yeah, I do. What do you think of Butterfly Collector?
Too much nothing. Some good points where she comes in. I don't know. Not as good, slower song.
Uh-huh.
Did you love it?
I've got nope,
Okay, well, that's good.
not for me. Butterfly Collector is not for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miss Carpenter, do you even remember Butterfly Collector? And I only asked because I could barely remember these, and I listened to it 3 times this week.
I listened to it today.
Mhm.
At least that one today.
So it's fresh. The only problem is, give a song a real chance, you got to hear it at least 4 or 5 times.
I never do that though.
All right, take it easy.
I give it like 2, maybe 3. Miss Carpenter says nope. Yeah, that's how we felt. We don't remember that song. It's fresh in my brain, and I didn't like it. So
All right, well, so here's the song that,
Miss Carpenter says trying to forget it.
well,
Yeah.
we will forget it. I'll
Yeah.
never listen to it again.
Yep.
Alien Sex Fiend.
That really disappointed me.
It did, because you just like the title. So it didn't live up to
I
the
said
title.
very science fiction, but so much instrument focus, it's not as good as it could have been. And I put in quotes, or in parentheses, not finished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, undercooked.
Undercooked.
Yeah. So I've got some good sounds,
Yeah.
but not good.
It's science fiction-y, which is what I want to hear.
Right.
But there's like not enough singing, not enough,
Yeah, it's like a.
It's like an instrumental, basically.
Yeah, it's.
Which is a bummer because I love that name.
It's
Ooh,
a way
Tom
that-
Baker's here.
Hi, Tom.
I don't have any garbage albums, but I certainly know their singles. Miss Carpenter says agree with probably Alien Sex Fiend.
Well,
yeah.
Tommy, that's the reason we put those lists
The
up.
playlists.
Yeah, the playlist, so everybody can hear them. And listen, the singles are good for the most part, but there is a little bit of gold to be found in the other songs.
Mm-hmm.
Just whatever I mean, Number One Crush you would have missed. Sleep you would have missed.
I don't like sleep. Don't like
I
sleep.
think that's all you would have missed, I think.
In the B-sides.
And well, I'm saying I'm looking for what gold is here in these B-sides.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they're all serviceable as B-sides, but Number One Crush stands out, and that's why it got plucked.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one, Kick My Ass, I've just written fun.
Picks up pretty nicely. Good slowdown and pickup at the chorus. Sincere.
Hmm.
Her lyrics and singing felt very
Ooh, so you
sincere.
listened to the lyrics on this one.
Well, they were there.
Okay. For a B-side, I don't know. Fun means
Yeah.
probably I didn't love it,
Yeah.
but I just said fun.
Fun.
All right, well, there's part 2. So now we can go through the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
you tell me what is the best song on this record?
I'm only happy when it rains.
That's what you said.
Yeah. I was gonna look at all these and I'm like, no, that's the obvious winner.
I think you got a comment down there.
They're talking to each other.
Oh, that's nice.
Not for us.
I
I'm only happy when it rains.
I'm not sure.
No, you gotta pick one.
I will pick one.
Don't be a wuss. I definitely liked the Stupid Girl music video.
That was fun, huh?
That was my favorite one we watched.
That was cheap. They did that on the cheap.
Yeah. There was a lot of was it Stupid Girl? No, it was Queer is the one I really liked.
Right.
That's
the haunted
one.
house, kidnapping, dead body kind of
Yeah,
thing.
so I liked the Queer music video and I didn't like the Stupid Girl music video.
Well, it was done for $2.
But my favorite has to be I'm only happy when it rains. That one gets so stuck in my head.
That's why it's pop delicious.
Mm-hmm. If you say sleep, I kill you.
No, that's not the best one. I'm struggling between Stupid Girl, Milk,
No.
Not My Idea, Only Happy When It Rains. I think I'm going to go Rain.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it does stand out a little higher than the rest.
I'm only happy when it rains.
But what is the one you like the least?
Wait. I think 50. I didn't like sleep.
That's the worst one? You're out of your mind.
I didn't like it.
You don't have to like it, but the worst one?
I don't like. No, we don't use the term worst. It's our least favorite.
Well, listen, we could be a little negative. This is not Duran Duran.
He says I like the way you sing, Rain.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. I like my version.
Yeah, you do a good job too.
I
I like the pour your misery down on me.
don't know. I'm looking at all my notes here, and that's the only one I put one word for, and it's no.
Okay, well, you just didn't connect with that one.
I really didn't.
For me, it's probably a pretty easy choice. And I'm going to say Butterfly Collector.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad too. I liked it a little bit better than Sleep. I don't know. It didn't. What am I gonna do? It didn't hit me. Maybe my opinions will change. I'll let you know next week if my opinions have changed on Sleep.
Okay.
How about we do that?
Fine. No problem. So now we got to find the sleeper. Get it?
Okay.
This is the one you want people to not ignore. It's not necessarily a single.
I know.
Well, this is for the benefit of people
Oh,
watching
okay.
it out in their ether. I know you know.
Go ahead.
It has to be said.
No, I was
every
saying I
show.
know what my pick is.
Oh, really?
Go ahead.
You want me to go first?
All right, explain your little thing.
So I would have normally picked Milk. However, apparently it was a single and there was a video. So that's not really in the spirit of what we're trying to do.
True.
So the next kick-ass song that's not a single,
If you say Sleep, I kill you.
no.
Okay.
I said I liked it. But the kick-ass song is Not My Idea.
Oh, okay.
That one rocks, and it's got a great story. And it's got a great chorus. What is better than, this is not my idea of a good time?
I do like my first note, which was sick guitar licks.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, what's your sleeper?
Dog New Tricks.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I like that one. Nick, you said you didn't like that one.
I did?
Yeah. Me and my buddy were big fans of this one. The riff they use is very
Oh,
pleasing.
you're right.
Starts off lame, but picks up to a legendary chorus.
Yeah, I got no.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I forget my own notes.
Well, that's why it's fun when I make my options and I go back to my notes and.
You should go back to Not My Idea. That one's got a star by it.
I already did.
You put a star by yours?
No, I read off my notes for that one. I said sick guitar licks,
Okay.
which
I
is
like
a
how it sort of rhymes, too.
pretty positive comment.
Sick guitar licks. I like
That
that.
doesn't rhyme at all. That doesn't rhyme at all. Stupid girl. Stupid
Do you have
girl.
anything else to say about Garbage? Debut album part 2?
Pretty
That's a
good.
mouthful.
Well, I'm glad we did a part 2 though,
Yeah.
because I feel like it gave me time to reflect, to really like self-actualize,
Hmm.
and our first part 1 was pretty long, so the fact that we did this in like a 2-y, I think was a good idea, with how many songs there were.
Mhm.
So.
All right. If there's nothing left to say, next week we'll jump into version 2.0.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. It's called Garbage version 2.0. There was a lot of computer stuff in the late 90s. Internet was starting to take off.
So 2.0.
Thank you, dear.
Tom Baker says, so Garbage was really popular in America? Question mark. They got played a lot over here.
So Garbage, I told this story yesterday.
Remind us.
I was watching MTV, of which I rarely did, but they were doing a package on Garbage because the three dudes and their street cred as far as producing, because Butch is the drummer, but he's also the guy who came up with the Nirvana sound for Nevermind. So he was sort of a superstar. When a producer has a really big album, then all of a sudden they're the flavor. You could look at Mark Ronson took, what the hell is that chick's name? Back in Black. Back to Black. The rehab chick. I'm blanking on her name.
I don't know.
I don't want to go to rehab. I say no, no, no.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm blank. I see her face, but I can't remember her name. Anyway, Mark Ronson took that and made that a platinum album. So then everybody wanted to work with Mark Ronson after that. Same here with Butch. He did that, but instead he decided, I'm going to do my own thing. So that's when I told you they sat there and they wrote a bunch of music and then called her from Scotland. She flew into Wisconsin and auditioned. They just played the music. They were downstairs. She was upstairs, and she was just supposed to.
Amy Winehouse.
That's right, Amy Winehouse.
I'm glad we got our squad here to help us.
I just couldn't excrete that name.
Don't want to go to rehab.
So MTV at that time loved a story. So here were these guys, and the unknown chick, she was really disrespected immediately here. But they wanted to do a little story on, hey, these guys are doing their own thing, and they're doing it, and they were playing Queer. And I guess the video had already been done. So it was like a hype video. I don't think Queer went anywhere, but when they released Stupid Girl, that's when they took notice, and Only Happy When It Rains. They really took notice. And they took so much notice that's how a song like Milk gets another single.
Yeah.
But their apex is coming up for next week, version 2.0, with the PlayStation connection and the songs that were in there. They even plucked one of those songs for that Adam Sandler movie where he helps the kid. He's got this little, he like adopts an 8-year-old or something. Something Daddy. Big Daddy, I think.
Daddy's Home?
No, that's way later.
I don't know.
This is 90s stuff.
I don't know.
I think it's Big Daddy. Anyway, they took one of their songs and put it in there, and they just up. So far up that they got to do the James Bond theme for The World Is Not Enough. And you got to have a little bit of juice to be offered the James Bond theme.
Yeah, we only talk about bands who have made a James Bond theme.
Okay. Well, I guess we're done.
Yep.
Pet Shop Boys tried. They got rejected.
Hey, that's nice.
And when we get to that song, I'll tell you what they repurposed it.
Oh, okay. That'll be fun.
So version 2.0. So that's why they're big in America. And then you get to Beautiful Garbage, which is the third record.
Bond is forever.
Bond is forever. But I will tell you, I'm not 100% sure. Certainly, A View to a Kill is the best James Bond theme.
Yeah.
I'll never not say that.
Yeah.
Theirs might be second.
No. Fancy.
I can't decide. Because you've also got the Paul McCartney and Wings Live and Let Die. And that
Live and
really,
Let
that's a different
Die.
song, but it's,
Brown.
yeah, it's iconic.
Live and let die.
But Shirley sings so well on the James Bond theme, and it's overproduced. It feels like a James Bond song. Live and Let Die really doesn't. So I'm not sure if they're number 2 or number 3, but that they're at the top, and that's
They
That's-
said this earlier. They said "Sad the 27 Club." What does that mean?
that's when somebody dies.
We were talking.
It must have been Amy Winehouse. they're
Is Amy
talking about.
Winehouse dead?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you got Kurt Cobain was in that club. Jimi Hendrix was in that
Tom
club.
Baker says the second best one is "Live and Let Die." Garbage is third to him.
Yeah, you might be right.
I don't know. I do like "Live and Let Die." Live and let die. You gotta reduce your dairy.
Now, excuse me. That one does rock,
Hmm.
but the garbage version is,
Have I heard it?
I don't know.
Give me a little ditty.
The world is not enough. I can't do it. She's so good. But it is such a perfect place to start.
You said it's on the next album?
No, but it's in this period
Oh, okay.
before the third album. So anything that happened around that time, I
It's
put
going to
in
be
there.
included.
Right.
Okay, cool.
And then you get another album, which
Mhm.
had its own tragedy.
A lot of 27 Club. Yes,
Yeah.
weird. 27.
I think wasn't James Dean 27 too when he drove off the cliff?
Is that like a thing?
Yeah, it's like a
Celebrities die at 27?
yeah, sort of troubled celebrities die at
Huh.
27.
That's freaky.
Yeah, I don't know why it works out that way, but
I don't know.
you got to be. I think wasn't Jim Morrison too 27? I think so.
I'm just getting scared.
Well, listen, if I was one of these guys and I turned 27, I would go into a cocoon for a year.
If I died at 27, do I get to hang out with the celebrities or?
I'm not sure they made it to the Express Pass.
Okay.
It might be a little warm where they went.
Tom Baker says, I also love License to Kill.
You got a license to kill. That's Gladys Knight. That is a good one. But that's
Yeah,
more. That's a more traditional one, right? That's more of a like a Goldfinger or
GoldenEye.
no. Goldeneye was Tina Turner.
Oh,
I said Goldfinger.
I'm having fun.
Goldfinger.
What's that one game? Isn't it GoldenEye?
Goldeneye is the game.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of.
Mhm. You've ever heard of
GoldenEye.
Goldeneye? I bet you never heard that song.
Probably not.
Goldeneye.
I just know your impression of
found
that
the
song.
secret. Goldeneye 9 to 5.
Let's rank all the James Bond theme songs.
We could. None of them are my favorite.
Okay, great.
You got Duran Duran. You got Paul McCartney. You have
Live and
Garbage.
let die.
By the way, after Garbage, there's not one good James Bond theme. The closest was Adele with Skyfall.
Aha was a bit light.
It was a bit light, but I would still consider that sort of, if you got the 50-50 mark, they would be above the 50 line.
I do think
Not their best work, though.
after we do Pet Shop Boys, we should do Thompson Twins.
We could.
If we make it that far.
Oh, we could do Thompson Twins next.
You want
The
to do Pet Shop
Pet Shop Boys, by the time we get to the end of the Pet Shop Boys, I'll probably be dead.
Okay, great.
They've got more material than Duran Duran does
Okay, great.
because they really put
I
out
have
those B-sides.
An Into the Gap
And-
record.
And they do EPs.
I have an,
So you have to count those too.
I have an Into the Gap record.
Uh-huh. That's a good one.
But it's like vintage.
I know. Well, where the hell is mine?
Oh, yours is new. That's lame.
Mine's supposed to be on like double red vinyl.
Ooh. Why wouldn't it be blue?
I said red.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be blue?
I don't know. Maybe it is blue.
Because
I'm misremembering.
the cover is like mostly blue.
Well, you're right. It is mostly blue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Red is dumb.
If I'm lucky, it's got some speckles in it.
Yeah.
Other James Bond theme. You Only Live Twice is good because it's got that. It's a good little riff that it's got in it.
What are you
Listen,
looking at?
it's not
me
the best,
for? What are you looking at me?
but that riff is undeniable. The Sheryl Crow one is hot garbage, but I hate Sheryl Crow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care for the Billie Eilish, which was the last movie, No Time to Die. And then there was one they did. I think it was Casino Royale where they got, what's that guy with the, what the hell is his name? Jack White.
I don't
and
even know who
somebody
that
else.
is.
He had that song. Oh,
Oh, I know that song. Bum, 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 bum.
He got to do one, and it's stink bomb.
Great.
But Gladys Knight, and then you got at the end of the '70s where they were really hitting because you had Paul McCartney and Wings. Then you had Carly Simon with the Nobody Does It Better. You had Sheena Easton, and she did For Your Eyes Only. They were on a killer run from Paul McCartney all the way up through Aha, and then they switched gears back to traditional. And that's
Ooh, we got a new guy here. Tal Somfa.
Oh, I think that's one of Beat's friends.
Is it really?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. It said, hi, Thomas.
How you doing?
And then Tom Baker says,
thanks for popping in.
Besides the wedding album, you had other bands' demos before their official release? ?
I certainly had the stuff before Astronaut.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were in that period. I had all of the live shows they did on that mini tour, the 12, I think it was 12 shows.
Oh, Beat After Beat's here.
They beat.
Now that we finished the garbage stuff, everybody.
Well, we're off on other lands. So I had some of the Astronaut stuff early. I'm trying to remember what was on that. But they were different. They were like, What Happens Tomorrow had the guitar riff was bum 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 bum, and then the when the album came out, it was it was like needlessly complicated. It's not James Bond.
It's not. I'm
talking about Astronaut.
You are?
What Happens Tomorrow?
Oh, I kind of blacked out for a couple minutes.
Well, he's asking me a question. That's where I got the early stuff.
Okay.
And the same thing with the wedding album. It was 4 on the Floor.
Okay.
When there were different songs. Some of the good songs that should have stayed on there got pushed to B-sides. Whatever.
I think you'll be okay.
Big record. Pretty excited about that. Whatever edition they said, 40th or something.
Ooh.
Remastering deluxe set. I don't know. How would you? I mean, do they have other songs that didn't make the grade?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Who would know?
I wouldn't. So I would say starting with, Paul McCartney and Wings all the way up through. I'm not saying Gladys Knight because she kind of went back to basics.
Tom Baker, that is a tall request.
Even though that's a really good James Bond theme, License to Kill. It's more traditional.
Have a stream about the best all-time soundtracks. That is a tall request.
I can do it off the top of my head. I am really partial to the soundtrack for Zapped.
Oh yeah, I know you like that.
That's why I have it up there.
Yeah, on a record.
The Terminator, the first one, has a fantastic soundtrack because there's songs you can't get anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. Who else? Soundtracks.
Problem is, all the soundtracks I like, you're gonna say are dumb.
You'd have to say Saturday Night Fever. I don't think there's a turkey on that entire album, even though most of them are Bee Gees.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, it's got a lot of stuff. I don't know what else. But you'd have to look and
PM Wings were awesome.
yeah.
That's what Miss Carpenter says.
Paul McCartney and Wings, they had a lot of good tunes,
Yeah.
which is pretty wild because you think about it. You go through the Beatles, you should be out of gas,
Yeah.
but Wings had some
Yeah.
great tunes. They
Fire
had
it
Band on the Run. They had Live and Let Die.
Live and let die.
Coming Up was pretty good. I'm coming up like a flower. Coming up. And people want to fill the world with silly love songs.
You know the Persuaders theme? That is one of my favorites.
The Persuaders? No, I've never heard of it. Is that a movie?
The Persuaders theme.
I don't know that
I don't
movie.
know. Let me see. Do.
Yeah, I would have to look at a list of movies. I like the Modern Girls soundtrack. That one's really good.
Theme from the Persuaders, song by John Barry.
John Barry.
Looks old.
Well, John Barry did all the James Bond themes.
Maybe he did some stuff before then.
Yeah.
TV show?
Oh, is that The Prisoners?
It says the Persuaders.
Oh, I can't read. I mean, that's
Okay.
micro for my eyes. I can't read it. Don't know it. I'll need to listen to that. That's the recommendation.
Live and let die. Brown.
I'm trying to think of any more soundtracks that really demanded. There's a soundtrack for an obscure movie, Hideaway. That has Jeff Goldblum and Alyssa Silverstone. Remember we watched that?
He was in Wicked.
That's what I heard. I'll never know.
That was a good movie. Sorry.
I'll never know.
Sorry.
I'll never know.
Go listen to Jeff Goldblum.
But do you remember that movie? Jeff Goldblum got into a car accident or something, and they gave him a piece of some
Is that Knight Rider?
guy or something, and then he was like psychically seeing the guy killing people. He was a serial
Oh,
killer.
I know that premise.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
yeah, that one's been used to death. but
Exactly.
The movie was called Hideaway, but it had a really good soundtrack.
There was also that Johnny Cash song where his brain got switched with a bank robber.
Johnny Cash?
Yeah, the singer.
Yeah. He was in a movie?
No, it was the story of his song. There was
Oh.
a bank robber. He needed brain surgery. He got the bank robber's brain, and they started acting like the bank robber. Then we find out Johnny Cash's brain went to a chicken, and that chicken went and toured.
I feel like I'm taking crack. What are you talking about?
It's a good song.
Okay. You just fried my noodle.
I think it's fun.
Any hope of me pointing out any other soundtracks is gone.
Well, I'll have to. Jerry
brain just
Goldsmith
melted.
was great too.
Jerry Goldsmith.
You don't know what that
That
is?
sounds like a Hollywood guy.
I don't know.
But for film, I guess we're talking about soundtracks.
Yeah.
If we're talking about John Barry, yeah. I mean, he was involved in. I think his last one was Gladys Knight. He got really pissed at Aha,
Oh, great.
and I don't think Duran Duran got along with him very well either.
Mm-hmm.
But the Aha, he told them to do something they just didn't. They went, no, we're doing these chords. Well, no, you got to do it like I say. And then they got up to the microphone and they just did it their way.
Yeah.
And he could just go kick rocks.
Take on me.
If only.
Would it be great if they just did that song instead when they were supposed to write an original one?
Probably would have been better.
Oh, evil.
Yeah, it's not the best tune.
Ooh, Johnny Cash was in a movie though. That's what Tal says. I wonder what
Oh
movie.
yeah, he was in a lot of like I remember like a Western, but I think that was a TV movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was in he played who was the guy at Appomattox who took over Appomattox? Was it? No, maybe it was. No, Harper's Ferry is what it was. Appomattox is where the South surrendered. Harper's Ferry. John Brown, I think he played. He was pretty good. I think he was in North and South
Oh, there you go.
as the guy who took over Harper's Ferry. So Johnny Cash, he had his range was limited, but he had a presence.
Yeah, that's the only song of him I think I know. Just because it's so trippy.
You don't know. Down, down,
Oh, I
down
know.
in a ring of fire.
I do know that song. You read about that.
What's the other one he does?
Come on, stupid little
He does
baby,
Folsom
praise the
Prison
Lord.
Blues.
Nobody move, ain't nobody come for that
I
door.
can't think of any others. I know there's another big one I'm missing.
Mm-hmm. John Barry and Nick both were strong characters. They collided.
Yeah, so it was a Nick problem.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing an interview where they were on Good Morning America,
Mm-hmm.
and Nick and Simon were from Satellite, and John Taylor was in the studio, and you could see some tension even through the video screen,
Mm-hmm.
where Nick was trying to be polite, but you knew there was some problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I just figured it was a problem.
I Walk the Line.
I walk the line
That's what Tal
because you're
said.
mine.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know that
that's it.
song. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're a big Johnny Cash fan.
I think he's fun. I think as far as like country music stars go, he's
Mhm.
pretty fun. I'm not a big country guy.
Yeah, I'm not really either, I guess.
He's got some fun songs though.
Although I do like call 1-800, give me a chance.
We heard that at a restaurant. I
Well,
wonder who
I
wrote
wouldn't call
that.
Burger King a restaurant,
It
but
wasn't Burger
it
King.
was.
Nuh-uh.
It was.
Nuh-uh.
It was.
Nuh-uh.
It was.
Nuh-uh.
It was.
It was at a Stuart Anderson's.
The fuck it was. It was a Burger King. You don't forget Burger King, and you don't forget that
I
song.
thought we were with Katie though.
Nope.
I know we were in some country like a
I have a clear
Colton's
vision.
or what's that other country place?
No, we weren't. It was in a Burger King
No.
over there on Sedgwick.
Then how come Katie knew? She
Because
was-
we mentioned it.
No, she was there.
Oh, God. Well, we can ask her.
Let's ask her.
Then you're going to look like a giant sap.
Fiverr?
You got yourself a deal.
If she starts saying a restaurant of some kind that's not Burger King,
Well, she's not going to know Burger King. She wasn't there.
she was there. If she just starts
If
making
she
up,
says she was there and heard it, I'll give you the $5. And if she says, number one, you could get, I don't know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
And number two, you could get a, I wasn't there.
But
Or number three, she could say something like, she was in Canada at the time. You never know what she's going to say.
well, I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna make it clear. I'm gonna make sure she knows what I'm talking about first, and then that, you know.
Mm-hmm. You're going to be very sad. In fact, you know what we should make the bet? We should make it $10.
No, 5.
And if you lose,
No, 5.
you just have to take all my garbage back.
No, 5. I was just gonna do that anyway. You'd only have to give me $5 for going to do that thing.
No, you haven't seen it yet.
I also love Face to Face song, Batman 1992.
Face to Face song. I don't know that one. I know that U2 did one, right? That's one of U2's best songs. That one they did for that Batman movie.
Oh, look at you.
Thrill me, kill me, something like that. Can't remember.
Face to Face.
That's a really good one. Those guys were doing good stuff. Was there anything else we need to talk about? You look like you're running out of gas.
I was just stretching, sorry.
Looks like your pretzel fuel is gone.
Well, I'm out of pretzels, so I don't stay long after the pretzels are gone.
Well,
I'm not seeing anything yet. If somebody brings up something,
we will be back 6:30ish today.
It was Siouxsie and the Banshees.
Oh, Susie and the Banshees.
Why is it spelled like that?
Well-
Siouxi?
Yeah, she spells it funny. They're entertainers.
I don't like that. I'm starting to get hot, too. Isn't that
Well,
weird?
you think it's that giant sweatshirt?
I've been freezing all day.
Freeze.
Now I'm like 1,000 degrees. Degrees.
Well, you know what that means, right?
What?
Too much sweater.
I think I'm having a hot flash.
Really? No, your eye's cold.
A lot of smiling.
Anyway, we'll be back at 6:30ish Central Time, where we are going to discuss television that matters.
What are we talking about?
Oh, I know,
Oh.
but I'm not going to say.
Is it something that I know?
Well, hardly any point to not knowing something like that.
Okay.
So I want to thank everybody who showed up. It's a real blessing. I hope you got something out of this.
Fawn just showed up as we're
Hey,
saying
Fawn.
goodbye.
Fawn is constantly eating those floor tacos, so she's
Yeah.
late.
Have a good evening, everybody. Yeah, we were all saying goodbye. Sorry, Fawn.
Good to see you, Fawn. Thank you. And we will
Bye-bye.
see everybody at
If
6:30
I can get this. There.
Central Time.